morning and welcome to SCJ TV. Smile, it's Friday! Here's a list of the upcoming events happening at SCJ. It's time for our Mindfulness Minute. Don't forget that next week is the K4 play. Up next, we're going to the Opposite Challenge with Zoe. Since Monday was Opposite Day, and Sunday is Backwards Day, we've decided to give you a little challenge. 5 to be exact. Let's see how much challenges you can complete. Eat breakfast for dinner. Take a cold shower. Write your name backwards all day, but only if your teacher says it's okay. Wear your socks inside out, your shoes on the wrong feet, and your coat backwards. At recess, have a race to see who can run, skip, and hop backwards the fastest. Have fun and be safe out there. Good luck! You probably heard a lot about the presidential inauguration last week, but do you know what it all really means? Don't worry, our video of the week is here to explain it all.
Some pretty great events occur every 4 years. The Summer Olympics, Leap Year, the World Cup, and the United States presidential inauguration. It might not be as exciting as the World Cup or the Olympics, but it's a big deal for Americans. The day is filled with parades, musical performances, and ceremonies in Washington, D.C. Some people cheer, others jeer. and the United States gets a new president. When is the presidential inauguration? Since 1937, presidential inaugurations have taken place on January 20th after the election. From 1793 until 1933, however, the ceremony occurred on March the 4th. Fun fact: the Constitution officially took effect on March the 4th, 1789. The 20th Amendment to the Constitution officially moved the date up to January 20th to prevent the lame duck president from hanging around in office too long. What were early presidential inaugurations like? When George Washington was elected president, he recited the oath of office, kissed the Bible, and ended the evening with fireworks in New York. That's where the Capitol was at the time. Thomas Jefferson was the first president actually inaugurated in Washington, D.C. He walked to his inauguration, and for the first time, the Marine Band played during the day. He's also famous for welcoming people to the White House in slippers, so that's pretty cool. James Madison hosted the first inaugural ball. Tickets were only $4 at the time. Sweet! What happens on Inauguration Day? Traditionally, the presidential inauguration begins with a worship service. From there, the president and vice president travel to the Capitol building, where the inauguration ceremony will take place. Once they arrive, the vice president is sworn in. Then, the moment we've all been waiting for. The presidential oath of office. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. The new president then gives an inauguration speech. Franklin Delano Roosevelt's speech consisted of only 559 words, about 5 minutes long. William Henry Harrison, on the other hand, talked for a whopping 1 hour and 55 minutes, in freezing weather, without a coat or hat. He died a month later of pneumonia. In the afternoon come the parades. It's tradition for the president and vice president to process down Pennsylvania Avenue and view the parade from the presidential reviewing stand. In the evening, inaugural balls are hosted in honor of the new president. People dine and dance the night away at these lavish soirees. And now for 10 fun facts about presidential inaugurations. Number 1. John F. Kennedy was the last president to wear a stovepipe hat for his inauguration. Number 2. Warren G. Harding was the first president to ride in an automobile during Inauguration Day. Number 3. The song Hail to the Chief was first played in the presence of a president in 1829 for Andrew Jackson. It gained popularity, and today it's used as the official musical tribute of the President of the United States. Number 4. William McKinley's inauguration was the first to be filmed with a motion picture camera. Number 5. Franklin Pierce recited his entire inaugural speech from memory, all 3,336 words of it. Number 6. The first record of a photo being taken at an inauguration was in 1857 for James Buchanan. Number 7. Flamethrowers were used to clear snow from the street before John F. Kennedy's inaugural parade. Number 8. George Washington's second inaugural address consisted of only 135 words. And they're all here on the screen, right now. That's it. Number 9. Bill Clinton's inauguration was the first to be streamed live on the internet. And number 10. Believe it or not, George Washington couldn't afford the journey to the capital of New York City for his inauguration due to poor crops that year, so he borrowed money from his friend Richard Conway to get there. Well, the inauguration has certainly changed a lot over the years. From speeches to crazy weather and everything in between, it's anyone's guess what the next inauguration will bring.
For our final segments, we're going to What's in the Box?
And then the opposite game. Welcome to What's in the Box! We have some very exciting news! 11 classes guessed What's in the Box! Normally, we would only draw one name, but since it's opposite week, we're giving one to every class. That's right, every class will get one birdhouse to decorate. Now for next week's clues. your class knows what's in the box, email Mr. Beard. See ya!
Welcome to the opposite game. Here's how to play. Each round, I'm going to perform an action. You have to perform the complete opposite action. Each round you complete successfully, you give yourself a point. You should have sat down. Let's go to round 2. Yes, yes, yes! You should have said, no, no, no. Let's go to round 3. The correct action is wee, wee, wee. Let's go to round 4. The correct action is now, time for round 5. The correct answer is time for round 6. The correct answer is time for round 7. Yes, yes, yes! The correct action is no, no, no. Wee. Thanks for playing the opposite game. Bye!
Thanks for watching this week's episode. We'll see you next week.
Hop